Morning everyone, it's Friday the 5th of April. Where are the months going? It's really starting to fly this year so far. It's quite chilly here in the UK and we've almost got the heating on, so we've had a few warm days, turn the heating off, and now it's really cold, so the heating's gone back on again. So yeah, I thought I'd jump on while I've got a few moments just to say hi, and I'm still here. Obviously the last time I spoke to you, my mood wasn't the best. It's getting better. Having more good days than having bad days, so really pleased about that. Got my blood test back and sent them over to the dietitian, and everything's fine. My B12's really good, my calcium's really good. All, my bloods are showing, good increases compared to what I was having before, which is really interesting. So it just shows what a really bad diet I must have been eating beforehand. But anyway, because now, obviously, as I've probably said before now, when I am eating, I am trying to make sure that whatever I eat has a nutritional value. So really pleased about that. The only thing that's sort of almost like borderline is my iron levels. So I'm definitely taking the Sparto now, not every day, but every couple of days, just to obviously give it a little bit of a boost, because what I don't want to be doing obviously is taking the recommended amount, which is like 2 sachets a day, and overdosing on iron, which can be just as bad as not having enough iron. So so keeping my eye on that, and plus also I'll have my bloods done again in in another couple of months, so we'll see if it's made any real difference. So good news about that. Also, I'll update you with my stats. I've got them here. So when I weighed myself on Tuesday, that would have made me 12 weeks post-op. I was 265.2 pounds or 120.2 kilograms or 18 stone, 13.2. So I've lost about 49.2 pounds so far. Really, really pleased with that. Nearly hitting that wonderful £50 mark. Hopefully I'll do that this week. So some days I lose a pound, some weeks I lose a pound, some weeks it's 2, but obviously this past week I've lost 3, so really, really pleased about that. It's starting to sort of go down a little bit more. I can't remember the last time I was 18 stone, so really every pound now is just a bonus. I've set my target weight at 12 stone 7, which will be probably thinking about what my kilograms are now. Probably about 70, 80 kilograms around there. I'm just guessing, but it's going to be around about there. So that's what I'm aiming for as my first real sort of target. And anything after that really will be a bonus, because the last time I remembered I was that weight, I was about 20. So so really, really pleased about that. So so what have I been up to? A couple of things regarding food. So we'll talk about the dumping issue. Obviously I'm getting my food under a lot more control. I'm dumping less and less now. But a couple of things that really I really struggle with are eggs. One's eggs and one's a crumpet, which when you look at crumpets you think, how on earth am I going to dump on that? But I'm wondering, is it the butter I'm putting on top, which actually is only a scraping of butter, not certainly the amount of butter I used to put on a crumpet. So and eggs, if I scramble them or if I boil them, they're no good. I feel really quite ill. But obviously if I poach them or fry them, very rarely do I fry an egg anyway, but it's fine. I feel okay. So I don't know what happens chemically to the egg in those cooking processes, but they don't work for me. So I think I'll just have to stick to poached eggs now. And obviously I'll just dump the crumpets for a little bit of a while. I'm just going to move a moment. Oh, put my thumb there, because my dog wants to just get his toys out. So hang on, because this then will save me having to restart the video again. So sorry for that. And oh, here he is. Here's Harry's come to say hello. Go and say hello, Harry. Say hello, Harry. Hello. So yeah. So so food-wise, things are going really, really well. But in one of my classes that I teach, baby massage, people are saying to me, "Oh, do you not miss chocolate?" and things like that. And to be completely honest, no, I don't really miss chocolate. But one of the mums was saying that in Hotel Chocolat, you can get this, what they call super milk chocolate. And it tastes just like milk chocolate, but has less sugar than dark chocolate. So when I was in one of our local towns recently, they have a Hotel Chocolat shop. So I bobbed in and I got some of this chocolate, and I thought, right, because they're in the shapes of buttons, and I thought I'll have one button and see how I go. So I've worked myself up to 2 buttons now, and I'm really not going to go past that because I really want to enjoy them. And so I don't have it every night. Every sort of couple of nights I might have a couple of these buttons. Now, my husband, lovely as he is, I bought him some chocolate covered coffee beans because he really loves those, and thought, right, well, he can have those and I can have mine. But then the other evening I said to him, "Oh, can you just pass me my chocolate buttons?" Because I'd kept them in the cupboard. So obviously they weren't always on show, so I wouldn't have that impulse sort of eating it. And so we brought them to me, and I thought, hang on a minute, there's a lot of chocolate buttons missing here. And of course he'd been helping himself to them. So I was really, really upset. And he obviously apologised, but what I explained to him was, he can eat anything. There are no restrictions on what he can eat. And at the moment, food, I don't know, I'm not enjoying food. As I keep saying, I'm eating to live, not living to eat. So when I do find something that I really, really enjoy, which was these odd couple of buttons every couple of days, I was really upset. And actually he apologised and said, yeah, I see where you're coming from. And is going to leave them alone now. So yeah, I've taken control of the chocolate buttons. So yeah, so really pleased about that. So I know if you haven't got Hotel Chocolat near you, I know they do online. For those of you that are in the States, I don't know whether they deliver out there. But, and I know some of you are probably thinking, I don't even want to go down that road and try and chocolate. So, but for me, it's just that one treat that I can have when I get that real feel need for it. And it tends to be around those hormonal times because I haven't had any for a few days now. So, yeah, really pleased about that. So also, on one of my other emotional meltdowns, because obviously for years and years and years, I've used food to almost hide how I'm feeling, where now I've got to face up to it and I've got to talk about it. And my husband, who is just amazing, has loved me regardless of what size I am. Obviously I wasn't thin when he first met me, but I obviously wasn't the size that I was when I got surgery. I've probably put on, in the time of our relationship and marriage, I probably put about 5 or 6 stone on. But he's always loved me regardless, and has always said, I don't care how you look like, I love you. And obviously when we were going for the surgery, he said it won't change how he feels about me, but yes, it will make me healthier, we'll be able to do more things, and that would be really good. We're really wanting to get into the action today, don't we, Harry? Do we really want to get into the action? So anyway, so this week, all of a sudden, I don't know why, I just got it in my head, because obviously I'm really starting to lose the weight now. I'm really noticing it. Lots of people, and as nice as it is, people are saying to me, oh yeah, you look amazing, when I'm going to work, and all my friends, and oh, you're shrinking before our eyes. And it's so lovely to get those compliments. But there are times I look in the mirror and I feel like I'm losing me. The Paula that I've always been. and I'm not looking the same, so it's obviously having to readjust to that. And I thought, oh my God, what if my husband stops loving me? What if he just wants a fat lady? You know, maybe he doesn't want a thin lady, and got really, really upset about it. And I told him the other night how I was feeling and how insecure I'm feeling about our relationship. And he was like, oh my God, you know, I love you no matter what. He said, you know, yes, you're getting thinner. Yes, you're looking healthier. Yes, you've got, you know, a lot more energy. You're looking younger. You know, you look amazing. But he said, nothing changes. You know, I love you as a person, you know, not what you look like. So that helped a little bit and made me to put things in perspective. You know, who'd have thought, you know, a year ago I'd be worried that my husband was going to leave me because I was thin. Well, this time last year I was worried that my husband was going to leave me because I was fat. You know, so our minds play lots of, you know, daft games on us and emotions. So yeah, so it's a bit of a tough journey for me at the moment, sort of reevaluating my life, reevaluating what I look like, and yeah, getting used to this new me. Goodness knows how I'm going to feel when, you know, and I'm another 6 stone lighter, fingers crossed. You know, how's it going to be? But what I'm really, really pleased about is I am not turning to food to deal with it. You know, I'm not going back to those old ways because A, my pouch won't allow it, but you can cheat these things. There are ways around it, and, you know, I'm not doing that. I'm starting to talk about how I feel. So for me, that's, you know, the most important thing, you know, on this journey, that I don't, you know, clam up and make everything feel so much worse. So yeah, so that's sort of where my head is at the moment. I'm trying to think of any non-scale victories, but I can't at the moment. Obviously, clothes are just getting looser and looser. I'm almost like loath to buy any more clothes. Every time I do the ironing, I'm thinking, no point ironing that because it doesn't fit me anymore. So I am going to get to that point where I really have just one pair of jeans and one jumper to wear. So, I can just see that I'm showing on a bit. One thing I don't like, and I really don't want to look at myself, is that I can see almost like this cockerel neck. So, hello, I think my video just cut off there. Obviously, I was talking about my neck. I'll put obviously both these videos together, hopefully if I can work it out. But yeah, talking about this and people talking about plastic surgery, and I've always thought, oh yeah, I just want to have my tummy done if I can afford it. But actually, I'm thinking about my neck's probably more important than actually having my tummy done at the moment. But who knows? You know, what will happen. But obviously, I need to get down to a really good weight before I can even think of any plastic surgery. And then the big decision is, do I have it here in the UK or do I go abroad? So yeah. So I think it's time for me now to have my snack and then follow that by a little drink. I'm looking forward to actually next Friday. There's a few of us that chat on Instagram and we're all meeting up in Chester or near Chester. Cheshire Oaks, it's a big shopping centre there. So we're all going to meet at Wagamama's, which does sort of like sushi type food. So we're all going to meet there. So looking forward to seeing Joe. My friend Joe's going to be there. And there's a lady called Tina and there's a lady called Steph and other people who I haven't really spoken to on Instagram are also going to be on there. So I'm going to be there. So I'm really looking forward to meeting those. So yeah, so that'll be a good boost next week to meet all of those. So anyway, I'm going to sign off now because I think I've twittered enough. Maybe that was why the video cut off and said, look, you've said too much now, Paula. So I hope all your journeys are going really well. Trying to catch up with all your videos as well. So good luck. Have a lovely weekend, everybody. And I shall speak to you soon. Bye-bye.